Clubs in North Goa are still uncertain about who should be their vice president. The battle is between Domnic Pereira, Jonathan D'Souza, and Victor Fernandez. Clubs are wondering what to take out from the three of them. We speak to Domnic Pereira to find out his ambitions on becoming president. Good morning. Clubs in North Goa are undecided about who to select because they don't see much in all the three candidates, that is yourself, Jonathan, and Victor Fernandez. What do you think makes you different from the other two candidates?
First of all, I would say I would have support of all the parties, not only parties, even Ilyas. And it is the clubs that have pushed me and requested me to step into the shoes of Lavinio Ribello as a vice president. And I also have my own plans for the club.
You say clubs have asked you to step into the shoes of Lavinio Ribello. Lavinio Ribello was one individual. You are another individual. What is the common line between the two of you all?
See, we are in close contact with the clubs. When clubs are in difficulties, we would always reach out to the clubs. Even now, most of the clubs, they are in difficulty. They call me. I sort out their issues.
What sort of issues do you sort out?
They are not major issues as such, but minor things like helping the clubs in certain formalities, certain registrations and things like that.
This election, the clubs are going to keep into consideration, or I presume they are going to keep into consideration, your work as the chairman of the competition committee. How do you think you performed as chairman of the competition committee?
I would say, considering the fact that the last term was only around about 2 years or so, taking into consideration the COVID, I have tried my best for as regards scheduling of the football, because practically it was only Women's League and Pro League that happened.
One of the major complaints is that matches are postponed for whimsical reasons.
I would not say whimsical reasons, because the reasons are justified, and also there are certain issues as regards the number of days between the matches and issues like that.
One of the issues that matches are sought to be postponed is because players are not available with the team. Don't you think it's time GFA starts penalizing and awarding the matches to the opposition team when the team cannot get 11 players on the field?
Absolutely. That's the basic reason the executive committee, GFA executive committee, has had a licensing criteria also. And there are some strict rules in place for Goa Professional League now, from this season onwards. And this licensing criteria and regulations are approved by the executive committee of GFA.
If you are elected as vice president, what are your promises to the people of North Goa specifically?
I would promise first of all that the girls tournaments have to get a major boost. With Vedanta there is a boost, but I will definitely try to help out in giving a major boost to women's football. Secondly, also inter-village. Inter-village is a very major thing where players come up. There are certain rules in my mind which would give a boost to inter-village, like we could have certain reservation for players under 20, which would make the tournament more competitive and giving opportunities to the youngsters to come up from the village, inter-village level.
As chairman of the competition committee, you must have realized that lack of funds in GFA hampered progress in terms of hosting tournaments.
Yes, basically this is a major issue which has to be sorted out. That's the reason I say the government support is very much important for this game, and also cooperate this. I will try my level best, coordinate all these issues and see that there are sponsors not only for the Pro League, even the other tournament, age group tournament. If there is an individual sponsor for that, that would help a lot in making GFA financially stable.
A lot of people talk about approaching the government for financial help. The government has shown in the last tenure that it doesn't help, or if it helps whom they want. How can GFA depend on the government for help, financial help?
I would say there has to be a concrete proposal that has to go from the GFA, technically supporting all the other clubs. The criteria could be maybe a club participating in 1 or 3 leagues. The consideration has to be given to the number of leagues a club participates.
People at the helm of GFA depend on the government. I come to this point again. But a government changes, and so the plans of financial assistance to GFA will change also. Do you think GFA needs a strong industrial support to survive, or needs people who can approach industries for help instead of waiting for industries to come and help?
Yeah, exactly. I would that there are various subcommittees of the GFA. In fact, there is even a finance committee. There is a marketing committee. They have to work in coordination to get this issue sorted out as regards the financial issue as well as the marketing aspect.
For GFA to succeed or to go ahead in this future next 4 years, we need a good president. What are your thoughts on what a good president should be?
A good president would be a person who has time to be in the GFA, devote time, understand the issues, so that he is in control of the administration. He knows what is happening in the GFA. And basically, I would not have any issue with working with any of the presidents as long as we work together for football.
Finance has been the biggest problem facing GFA. At the moment, there is one GFA presidential candidate who promises not only to bring finance, his own finance, but later on talking about getting finance from outside. What do you think of this idea?
This idea was good. In fact, there was an proposal put up by that concerned person, and it was also approved by the executive committee.
What do you think will be your plans once you join, if you win as vice president?
See, my efforts will always be there for football to improve. Like for example, I would give you an example wherein there are certain decisions taken as regards inter-village tournaments, competitions. These regulations have to be codified and put in one place. And I would suggest, I would like to have a sort of a handbook of the GFA, which it gives you various criteria, formats, the rules and regulations, what is required for what purpose, which would be very handy for the clubs to understand. This should be in a simplified form.
There are people who say, hey, Domnic has not done anything when he was competition committee chairman. What would be your reply to them?
I don't think so. They would be right on this aspect. And it is not that the competition committee chairman alone does the entire committee. It is a group. There is a competition committee in place. And also the GFA administration has to be in support. Not that I am saying they were not in support, but there were various issues and we have tried our best for the sake of football.
Are you standing alone as vice president, or are you a part of a panel?
See, technically I don't believe in any panels. I have approached the clubs individually, taken their opinion, and only then I have stepped in to contest as a vice president.
Thank you.